Namaste. This video is about the concept that the new rich has to be the more peaceful. The more positive you are, the more rich you are. If you are rich without being positive, you are not really rich. You are only showing off money. You are earning money like you are earning marks in school. You are still a child at heart. You are fighting with everyone. You may have a lot of success, but you are trying to prove yourself as slim or handsome or smart and get a lot of attention, but you are not emotionally peaceful in the heart. You cannot meditate when you are alone. You have a lot of stress, you have a lot of anxiety, a lot of desire for other people to appreciate you. You are not detached from others. You are constantly seeking talking to others, or attention seeking behaviors like a small child does. So your wealth does not matter in your peacefulness as much as your ability to be positive does. And for learning positivity, you have to invest on positivity from early schooling years. I mean, you have to be trained into positivity. As a soul, I am working on this cause for the last 10,000 years, and I was killed in every life because I was motivating people to be positive, and there were several disagreements within the family, and it was always black magic within the family which killed me. So I have to now get forgiveness from my family members and give them forgiveness in this lifetime, so that we achieve at some consensus of what is peacefulness. And how do you educate the children to be peaceful? How do you educate outsiders to be peaceful? How do you live in a world where there is harmony? And there are a lot of differences in thinking, because some people believe in spirits, advanced souls believe in spirits, and the less advanced souls, the more materialistic souls, refuse to believe in spirits. So when you do not believe in spirits, you live in a very, very rational world, which is very, very mechanical at some extent, and then you are suddenly shocked again and again because things do not happen the way you want them to. And when you do believe in spirits, you realize that a lot of things happen because you have enemies from past lives, and they come and interfere in your life, and you can release those enemies by talking to the spirits through past life therapy and spirit releasement therapy. And then you rise to a higher level of happiness by working on yourself more than working on machines. So you have to work on meditation, you have to work on naturopathy, you have to do massages on your feet, on your head. You have to do exercise for some time daily, not too much exercise, only exercise as much as it makes you positive. Then you have to eat organic foods. You cannot eat or drink things which harm you, like alcohol, drugs, or meat. Sometimes meat makes you very negative. Sometimes when the animal is too much tortured, his feelings pass on to you, and meat can make you very negative. Plants do not make you negative because they do not feel the physical pain. They can only feel emotional pain. So when you tear a leaf from a plant, it will not feel negative. But if you tear a leg from an animal, it will feel negative. And if you eat an animal who has been tortured to death, then you will feel negative, and then you will become violent, and you will want to hit others. So eating also becomes a very, very disciplined when you are peaceful. Eating and drinking, you have to drink more water than alcohol, because alcohol makes you negative. It takes you to a high, and then you drop, and then again it makes you negative. So it should be avoided except at rare occasions, just to lighten up your spirits. Yes, doctors advise 1 or 2 sips of wines in a day, several doctors, but not more than that, because then you become very, very happy, and then you become very, very sad again. So the highs and lows have to be avoided. You have to live a balanced lifetime, otherwise you cannot be peaceful. If you are seeking happiness all the time, if you are seeking a high all the time, you fall, because you have to learn to live in a balance. And balance has to be taught from early schooling years through teaching positivity. We don't need trigonometry in class 10th. I don't understand even now, when there are some children who are not good in maths, and there are some children who are good in maths. So why should everyone learn trigonometry? Even when they have simplified the syllabus, even then traditional maths is being taught in most Indian schools. And the basic maths is looked down upon as that for the weak. So why are we still judging the children so much? Why still there's so much performance pressure, when we know that this education does not help in adult life? We have to teach them things like deleting memories, creating manifestations. We have to teach them internal dominant focus on positivity. We have to teach them how to overcome difficulties with a positive spirit, how to be happy and help others in everyday life. Why are we teaching them to be the best and kill others? Why are we teaching them to play games where they defeat others? Because when they grow up, they start defeating their own wives or husbands. They start competing with their own children. There are people who do not allow their children to be successful because they are competing even with their own progeny. So competition has to be eradicated because we are no longer a primitive race where there is survival of the fittest. We have to reach a place where we can share easily because we are a wealthy race now. Humanity is a wealthy race. It's just that distribution of incomes is very lopsided, and there have to be more avenues of social work. People who really want to do social work have to be funded. Like, I would like to do a lot of charity and social work, but right now I'm doing professional work mainly, and I do a lot of social work in the house, but I cannot reach a lot of people because I have to meditate a lot. And right now, meditation is my survival. Otherwise, since I do work with spirit releasement, I have to survive. And for that, I need a lot of meditation. But if I get funding and if I get support for a cause, then I can do more social work, spreading more spiritual awareness, and helping the schools understand the concepts of vibrational positivity is very important, where you're teaching children how to be positive without performing, where you're teaching children that you can be positive whether you are, even if you are not dancing, even if you are not singing, even if you are not drawing, even if you are not playing sports, you can still be positive. Everyone does not get an opportunity to dance and sing and play sports. I did not get opportunities. I was a mother. I had 2 children. I had to leave all my extracurricular activities, all my hobbies, to look after the children. One child had autism. He was non-verbal, so that is why I took a 24 hours looking after him. Then I had another child. So 20 years of my life went, and I had no money to spend on extracurricular activities, but still I had to be positive. So I learned past life therapy. I learned how to help others be positive so that I could learn how to be positive myself. I wrote books, all downloaded by God, so that I could learn to be positive, because I kept asking God how to be positive. My maths tuitions, my science, my schooling did not teach me how to be positive. Though we were lucky to be in a Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan school where we were taught a lot of shlokas and how to connect to God. So I learned how to connect to God, and vibrationally also, because my son had autism, so I learned to connect to God in a thoughtless state where there was no speech involved. So I could connect to God at a thought level through telepathy, and then I learned how to talk in telepathy, and then I understood the concept of positivity. And I realized that however much you earn, your problems don't reduce unless you are forcibly becoming positive by determination in your everyday life. You don't need marriage to be positive. You don't need a car to be positive. You don't need a fancy mobile phone to be positive. You need peace of mind to be positive. You need to be in a space where nobody is scolding you, nobody is abusing you, nobody is judging you, and you can just be peaceful, just being. You can watch films, you can watch YouTube, you can watch Netflix, you can watch mantras, you can do things to be positive, but at the same time, you have to make efforts to be positive even without doing anything, because all the time you cannot do something and tax your sense organs. Your sense organs need recharge. So when you are sleeping, you are getting recharge, but even in sleeping, some people get a lot of dreams. So you have to recharge when you are awake, when you are meditative, especially if your third eye is open, you get a lot of dreams, vivid dreams. So you have to meditate during the daytime, where you are just being. You're sitting or you are lying down, you are doing shavasana, but you are just being and you are meditating with awareness. That helps positivity. Past life therapy significantly helps positivity, because past life therapy helps in spirit releasement, and when spirits are out of your body, you can sit and meditate without any inner voices disturbing you. So past life therapy with NLP, spirit releasement, which I do, are significantly useful for being positive. an investment of wealth needs to be on positivity. More than on material goods, more than on jewels, more than on cars. You have to invest your time, your energy, your schooling years on positivity. 12 years you go to schools. You have to be learning how to be positive. This has to be taught in schools. And this awareness has to be spread in the next 30 years. Because if positivity does not spread, humanity cannot last. With such high technological inventions, anytime a war can happen, a nuclear war can happen, and everyone can be killed. We need positive people to stay alive as a race and to evolve to higher quality of happiness. Not just material goods, but a higher quality of happiness and peacefulness in everyday life, where you feel accepted and loved by people around you, where you can love yourself because other people around you are positive around you. So invest on positivity, directly find things to be positive which actually make you positive. Alcohol, drugs, or friends and parties will not make you positive. You have to be positive alone. So make an effort towards meditation, chakra cleansing, being in nature, naturopathy methods, eating food which is healthy so that your inside is positive. Your inner subconscious mind is positive, then you will feel happiness. More than just being successful, feeling happiness is absolutely essential to be healthy. Thank you.